Alright. I don't want to wait any longer, so we're jumping in. Whee!
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view.
Is this cinema?
Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
Alright, we're in. The steamship Buria.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So
Bro really thinks he's Sherlock
this
Holmes.
would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder, and it can be locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Not Sherlock Holmes. No, dude. Come on. Not again, bro. No, bro. you wake up now? We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I don't believe how you could not wake up. You're a truly cold-blooded man. You found me, then. Criminal? Sorry. Admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. Mr. Sato. Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? No, bro. Bro, what do you mean? What do you mean he found his body? They really doing it to us again. They really putting us behind bars again. It's really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crew just tossed your traveling case onto the floor, I thought I was gonna die. Really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Yeah, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cameo, I don't expect anyone will discover you. Very forgiving of a stowaway. You're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. From your close friend, more to the point, surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. Make her guilty by association. So it's not only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the stowaway is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. Won't be for long. Anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. What if the store decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. Whoa. Said you admit everything about your crimes. It's alright, I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Somebody else had to have done it. But there's something I would like to ask of you two. Ready to destroy me. Really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs. I think I did it. I think I'm Kazuma's killer. When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be opened from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. Or to put it another way, the culprit could only have been somebody inside this cabin. Well, there has to be. Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the shit it says? Also, death is still undetermined. Ship's doctor examining the body, but of course, has no post-mortem analysis experience. So presumably that means there are no obvious external signs of injury then. Can't tell me what actually happened here in this cabin. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Surely you should understand that I would not kill my best friend. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage, but this morning he did not come. Does that mean he was already dead once he saw us arrive at his cabin door? I knocked, but there was no reply. I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. Collapsed on the floor. And the white tape here, now it shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. No idea anything happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. Which wasn't the case, but it's just very hard to believe. Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Alright. Stowaway. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruto-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Yeah, that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you occupy Kazuma-san's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? I go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you. Ever since the end of that incredible trial, I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Oh yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. Under that the spirit of cultural development. London glazing, I will not stand for. Can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. On a personal level. If you're to become a lawyer, then. Then what? Nothing. Forget it. I think I went over that too quick. Nope. Oh. What do we have correct so far? Paper seal. See the remnants of the glue used to stick over this wardrobe doors. Although it wasn't copper glue, of course, we didn't have any of that with us. Case used instead. Couldn't bear to waste any. Still the same numbers. I do want to change our Japanese legal system. Excuse me. Perhaps he thought he could do that with you. Something's still bothering me a little. Look in his eyes then. It's darker than I've ever seen it before. Sasada-san, I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowaway on this ship, I mean. I know Kazuma-san, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's literally what he said. Word for word. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, I don't really remember. Too easy. Just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. So that I fell asleep? Well, yeah. I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. For some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Something wrong? No, it's... Please forget it. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. What do we have in the people section? Just us. No one else who could have possibly done this. Why did this have to happen? He was a fun character. Yeah, shit in Ace Attorney games. You don't believe that, surely. Now I'm supposed to just sit around, hands tied, while whoever did this walks free. Nah, it's not happening. Why do you propose to do that? Go and investigate. I'm gonna find out exactly what happened here. I'm gonna work out who took his life and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to excuse me. A Susado takedown. I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? I need evidence. Self in a court of law. That's my badge! It was definitely hard enough. So true. Alright. Yes! When I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Before he opened it. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. In other words, it's impossible that I killed him. I can see why Cosmos thought so highly of you. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? Oh, it's on the floor, bro. It's like a sock. I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating here, at least. Sorry, no. I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility to use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What do you mean, a conjuring trick? Come on now. Alright, let's get to work. Make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Well, time to examine. Let's work our way right to left to right. Which fresh air can circulate in the cabin. Is that a little odd? I mean, well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. It would appear to, you're right. Its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room. Surely it should be connected to the outside. Perhaps the rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough or something like that? Maybe. What? What's the matter? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you? I might be. I already hit the buttons! I'm getting a tutorial on how to examine! Hell no! Get going here. It's a bell cord contraption. What do you mean? Read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. It sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? In the interest of cultural research. Well, it rung a bell. Everyone's got to be busy. Two streams? Wow, wow, wow. How spoiled for choice you are. Cosma Sequoias, so about that, we might have some problems. Just a few. I think living isn't quite right description. Suppose not. It must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was I never knew when a member of the crew might come in, so yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. Last night was no exception. Because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. Dear Cosmo-san would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Didn't even make it to his destination. Last entry is incomplete, which means it's in the middle of writing when the incident happened. Let's see what it says. Ahaha. But you must not read his private thoughts. Okay. I'm allowed to read a little bit. I'm allowed to read a little going on here. Thanks for tuning in. Puff. I would like to read it. I think it's important if we read it. I don't think that's a bad thing. Right! It is more important for some clues. What else? Chair. Got much else going on over here. It's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Stow. That's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside this case. Yes. I see it says this way up in Japanese, which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over, and I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. That was less painful than a Susanoo takedown. Okay. I don't want to look at the crime scene. I don't want to look. They're all toppled over the same way. What's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although it's fallen over it well. It's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything's mowed down at once. Not impossible. Doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. Well, perhaps it was you in a fit of rage. I wouldn't bother leaving the wardrobe just to mess with a few books and a statue. If anything to do with the case, I wonder. Well, I just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Look at the corpse. I don't want to look at it. It's like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. I suppose he run a message by dipping his finger in the spillage. For Cosmo-san, no doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. Sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. It's definitely not Japanese. I don't know. It's Russian. What is this guy doing? Goofy. Suspiciously tall. Don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no, I have no idea. I don't know who Herlock Sholmes is. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Uncontrollably excited. By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press K on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Alright, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and we'll see what he has to say for himself. Please do. Let me continue to investigate, please. I want more clues. Looks like a broken piece of glassware. Just clean too. It looks like a cute little... What was that word? Netsuki? Fastener from kimono outfit. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little figure about it, would he? Maybe. He just might have. And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It's a sort of brick-like hue. You're right. It is the color of the brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything in the same color anywhere else in the cabin. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Berea. Essential list requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Don't say we broke both those rules. I'm not a pet. Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object? No! Do not call me a pet. Hell no. I went for help and the crewman forced the door open. Busted the lock. It's quite a small bolt, not particularly sturdy. It just slides across to secure the door shut. Still, with the door bolted, there'd be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. Feel tense all up, down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the outside room in a situation like this. Yes, it's a clever trick, isn't it? I never read cars myself. The door of this cabin's framework are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There'll be no possibility using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. Nothing on this table at all. Plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. It's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. I'm responsible for the Cosmo Sun. Oh! Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. I don't know if Kazuma is straight, but definitely true. His calligraphy was always a reflection of his heart. Yet you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing you drew them, who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? He's stowed away on this ship. Alright, I'm innocent in his murder. That's all that matters at the moment. That's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. It's real tasty. Wasn't it? But did you eat on the floor here? I'm not a dog. I ate at a table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. Kazuo-san didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Does that mean he spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? Uh-oh. That's sad. Don't think about that. Think about how cool he was in Case 1. It's Kazuma-san's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. Now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewmate makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? Just wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Japanese people do not make jokes, but it's not true, I see. Some casual stereotyping. It's good for everybody. What are we doing here, man? Criminal asking investigator for information about his crime. Very funny. That wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. Might have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Of course not. Back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Come on. Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. Hey, let me talk to Sherlock Sholmes over here. Maybe I should leave him alone. Seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that'd be for the best. Greetings! Bro, what was that face? Hope I haven't kept you long. Bro is steampunk as hell. Dude, he's so steampunk, dude. I actually really like it. His design's awesome. I love those goggles, it's so fun. Everything is clear now. Train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You? I've been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. No! How the hell did you reach that conclusion? It's a troubling predicament. How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Well, you were wrong. So... there's no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you may have fed your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. You're too early for that plotline. That plotline's like 100 years in the future, bro. Leave 16 victims of assassinations in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the bare-boned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. This dude's a fucking nut job, man. Yes, I believe that surmises the facts beautifully. I don't need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, aren't you? Certainly I am. You see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuo-san. I am Japanese! What do you mean? Absolutely wicked. Do not throw me on the floor every time, bro. Oh, hell nah. For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a revolutionary. As for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. But was I not right? While venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Look at that, Well, to be honest, I don't make anything of it. The ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. It's the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brasserie certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. Well, I don't think you introduced yourself. I also don't think you know what the hell you're talking about. None other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. Sherlock Holmes. If we could have gone with any name, any of them, Capcom, we could have chose any name for this character, and we really went with Sherlock Holmes. Better than Hislock Holmes. You know this man Susato-san? Most famous detective in the world, Naruto-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. Is there anything left to investigate? So I'm gonna avoid talking to this guy. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, and then the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock, was it? No, I have no her. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Holmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rance magazine full of wonderful short stories and influential articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So you're the protagonist in a series of short stories then? Indeed, I am. You really are a detective. I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backwards. My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in a magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Dr. Wilson. About that, buddy. I think your Dr. Wilson not around no more. Don't get your hopes too high on that one. Cursed royal crown. choosing the most suitable reaction to the subject. Furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. I don't know about that one. Sometimes it takes a lot of fighting to figure it out. Herlock, my goat. He's got a great design, but he is not the goat, bro. He is not the goat. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. Can you look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have turned both for observation and deduction. And fame! That's what makes me want only her. No, Herlock Sholmes. At least it's better than Hislock Holmes. It's better than Hislock Sholmes. Hype moments in Aurora. Have managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered his culprit in the most cunning hiding place? That's right. There's none of the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ugh. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit. Get these handcuffs off of me, bro. 2 facts immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? 2 facts, you said? What are these 2 facts you speak of? Let's be precise. 2 facts question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I know. But where are they? Want me to elucidate? 2 facts deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of crime are as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was a Russian and killed from the following dispute with an acquaintance. Wardrobe. Cheap viewers, woo! Thanks, Theo. I love those. I love cheap viewers. baited. That's how you know. Cosmo's not Russian. Garderob may be the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps. In the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. We found Mr. Naruto sleeping soundly. The renowned Russian revolutionary killer. You are too early for that plotline, man. You are over 100 years too early for that plotline. That outfit is traditional dress of the Russian people. Our school uniforms are not traditional Russian people outfits. Of the victim and the message that I might analyze for possible hidden details. So immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Already taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Yeah. It sucks. Sucks seeing your best friend in that position. Oh, yes, thank you. A photograph of the crime scene has been entered in the court record. Partner. He's gay. And they were saying earlier that he's straight and true. Straight and true? Really? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. You didn't think I could get you off? Cosmo. So true! He's gay. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? I don't know what that word is, says. Unnecessary feelings, odd dialogue. Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim. You know, Russian name Kazuma. Observe for a moment. The desktop of the victim. You see the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Kazuma's keeping notes of his trip. Ah, but I don't think he should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. It's something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. I mean, you've read it already? It's my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, glad to know what a Sada takedown is. Where's the takedown? Where's the takedown? Throw his ass on the ground. Never mind nothing, I just forgot about that line. Okay. Life is so unfair. Anyways, return the matter at hand, namely the diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author would cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of this writing? Pray be precise as to details. The Nocturne motif. Dude, the motifs in some of these songs get me, man. Mikado. Nado, Nado. I trust you suitably impressed. This diary is littered with complicated looking characters which I can read precisely none. Oh, so now we just okay reading it. The final entry here in Kazuma-san's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? Very deep waters. Pray go on. Sholmes rage baiting. He is such a rage baiter. Oh, I hate him. I love his character design. I hate him. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. He's the goat. No idea. I've never heard that expression before. Ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the vent. I'll ask you again at the end of the game. Okay. Gus. Vent. Your deduction just now. Can we talk about your deduction before? Can we talk about that? Things you concluded about me, I mean. Ah, the now famously accurate troubling predicament comparison. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. Again, 100 years too early for that storyline. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have the morning paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Wait, the woman from Case 1 was going to Shanghai. What the hell happened in Shanghai? Made a port call at Shanghai yesterday? Wait, really? Oh, hell no, bro. Sounds like Mr. Shrimps concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-san wrote on the floor. The simple act of reasoning to realize the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who'd killed the very man who helped him to escape after straight identity was discovered. Yes, you. Violent Bolshevik. Just look at his face. Well, you're a fierce revolutionary after all. That doesn't give me the power to just shapeshift. Okay, man. And I might add, your name does not appear on this year's pass list. Need I say more? What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassinations and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Yes, the journal clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. He's the man that has perpetrated thus far, and those he is plotting. Everything about this revolution Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually read interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? What about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite spearheaded an article. Recently returned after a period of subservice activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Here, take the paper for yourself. There's a little memento of this great deduction. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back, cast your eye over sometimes if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. You can hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Ah, do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Amolgus. With which the vent connects to. Vent. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. So just let me out, bro. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. You are clearly misguided. I have no cause to say such a thing. Bro is definitely the go to rage baiting. Yeah. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So we were looking at my knees before. Some great detective you are. Well, anyways, that was this, and this is now. What I mean, sir, is this. If you're the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Pick up the sword. Like a true culprit and stab him. Any clue you're willing to give up? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate? I think we still have some investigation for this off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Great idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Cosmo to do everything I can to find a way out of this. Bring the real culprit to justice. Is that something wrong, Harbison? Oh no, it's just that crewman's standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. It's Hondo! It's Hondo! Oh, Hosonaga, that's the one. I knew it started with an H and there was an O in there. And an N. I don't know where I got Hondo from. Hosonaga. He has tuberculosis. It's very clear. I think that should be my line. I was stunned when I saw you. My heart stopped. Yeah, they stopped, I hope. See, Special Orders go undercover as a member of the crew on board this ship. Shouldn't seem to enjoy your undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it here. I know it's short, but I didn't want to do a whole lot anyways. It's a good time to just... wanted to get into the second case just a little bit tonight. So I'm gonna call it. Be back tomorrow for an actual stream. I'll do like a full couple of hours. I'll do another save just for fun. What the fuck? Alright. Oh! Now I've got everything coming up. Let's go to Ga. Alright. Laro, Gaimlaro. Gaimlaro. Bye!